Andrew Goldsworthy was born on July 26, 1956, in England. He was a British sculptor, land artist, and photographer known for works created outdoors from natural materials found on site. As a child growing up in England, Goldsworthy worked on a farm when not in school. That work fostered an interest in nature, the cycles of the season, and the outdoors. Andrew Goldsworthy studied art at Bradford School of Art for 1 year in 1974 and at Preston Polytechnic to receive his Bachelor's of Art in 1978. While in school, Goldsworthy discovered his preference for creating art outdoors rather than in the studio. Andrew Goldsworthy began to make temporary site-specific works with stones, leaves, sticks, snow, ice, and any other natural materials available to him. Goldsworthy also established the practice of photographing his works once he had completed his art and before the materials and structure succumbed to the elements. Some of his earliest works were rock sculptures at a bench near his art school. Andrew Goldsworthy viewed his artistic process as a collaboration with nature, in which he was uncovering the essence of his materials and determining what they were capable of. His process required patience and flexibility. When sculpting with ice, for example, he would have to wait for the temperature to drop low enough. His rain shadows in 1984 involved lying down on the ground just before a rainfall and remaining in that spot until the rain stopped, thereby creating a shadow in the shape of his body, which he then photographed. In the 1980s, Goldsworthy worked often with snow and ice and created works such as Ice Arch in 1982 and 1985 in London. Also in 1985, Andrew Goldsworthy created Ice Ball in London. In 1989, Goldsworthy went to the North Pole and created Touching North. In the late 1990s, Andrew Goldsworthy made a series called Sheep Paintings, for which he placed a large canvas on the ground in a sheep pasture with the sheep lick placed in the middle of the canvas. Goldsworthy also began sheepfolds in 1996, which entailed restoring sheepfold structures, which are four-walled sheep enclosures usually made of stone. In 2000, Goldsworthy created Midsummer Snowballs, which relocated 13 enormous snowballs from the Scottish countryside to London streets in the middle of June. As you can tell, Andrew Goldsworthy is really known for his art that involves nature. In addition, Goldsworthy created permanent indoor and outdoor works such as permanent Holocaust memorial called Garden of Stones in 2003, composed of 18 boulders with dwarf oak tree saplings growing on top of them. Andrew Goldsworthy also created a major installation called Roof in 2004 for the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. The installation is in a ground-level gallery that can be viewed from above, offering a new perspective on an ancient architectural form.